Welcome to Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Now let's head into the ballpark for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Paducah, Kentucky, for tonight's Ohio Valley League action between the Paducah Chiefs and the Full Count Rhythm. Paducah coming in with a 10-game winning streak and are in second place with a 16-11 record. Full Count first place in 19-8 after a loss last night to the Madisonville Miners, currently in sixth place, which is last place in the Ohio Valley League. Rhythm mounted a comeback with two in the bottom of the ninth, but could not push across the equalizer. Fell to the Madisonville Miners 4-3, which is the second time this year that Rhythm have lost to Madisonville. They've also lost twice to Paducah this year. They have a head-to-head matchup of 2-2. Doubleheader scheduled for today, two 7-inning contests. First game to begin around 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Did look at the radar, and it indicates there is some thunder and some showers in the area. It is pretty warm here, though, in Paducah. Says it's just under 90 degrees, but the feels like is at 99. So it's warm. Thankfully, I've got some good air conditioning inside the visitors' press box, but I do have to open the window for a good clear shot on the video for you. So I don't want you to think it's all peaches and cream up here in Paducah. I am sweating a fair amount. Jay Myers already starting in, and as he is activated for game one on Facebook. Good to have the Myers listening in from White House. Back at Brooks Stadium, where it was not kind the last time that Full Count ventured up. A 6-0 shutout by Paducah. Now Adcock, the University of Kentucky pitcher, went 7 1/3, a 5-hit shutout innings, walked 2, struck out 6. Bradley Zekel came in and got the last 5 outs, allowing only 1 hit. Full Count with 6 hits scattered in the game. It was a cleanly played game, no errors in the ball game. 7 runners left aboard for each team. Jonas Smithson got the start in that game, had a little struggle in inning number 1, but then righted the ship and retired the final 8 batters that he faced. That's his only outing of the year. The Rhythm will be facing Reese Oakley for the Paducah Chiefs. He's one of several Murray State racers. He's from Gilbertsville, Kentucky, and he has had 1 start. That was 5 days ago in an 11-0 shutout of Madisonville. Right smack dab in the middle of their winning streak. 10 games in a row, tied Full Count with the most wins consecutively in the 2025 season. So when they started that back on June 25th in a 9-7 victory at Madisonville, and that winning streak started after a 7-game losing streak. The final loss in that 7-game losing streak was a 6-1 loss to Full Count down in Hendersonville. And then they have defeated everybody in the league twice except Full Count. Got a doubleheader victory against Madisonville Miners, 4-3 and 11-0 back on July 1st. Playing another doubleheader here. 5 days later, of course, Full Count will be playing another doubleheader this week at Henderson on Wednesday, thankfully after the off day on Tuesday. So the Rhythm wearing their sky blue tops and bottoms to take on the Paducah Chiefs, one of the longest tenured teams. Got in the league in 2016. Fulton Railroaders and the Madisonville Miners, the only 2 teams left from the initial 4. They've been in the league since 2011. Paducah since 2016 came into the year at 151 and 190 record. Come in now 167 and just lost their 200 and 201st game at the end of that 7-game losing streak. So their 201st loss overall was against Full Count. Let's take a break and we'll come back with the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups. We'll be right back.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
And the umpires have arrived. I don't think that's the order that they gave me to the first game. I've got the 3 names. I don't know these gentlemen, but I believe that one of them had our game the last time we played, back on June 30th. But let's get to the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups, thanks to Todd and Linda Hunley over at Chick-fil-A. They've been at it for almost 25 years, delivering delicious chicken. Lou D'Alessio leads off. I think this is the 3rd straight game he's been the leadoff batter. He'll play center field. John Paul Hitt in right. Batting second, Devin McCarron at shortstop. Hitting in the 3-hole. Jake Merrick back in the starting lineup. He'll play third and back cleanup. Trey Simmons behind the plate bats 5th. Batting 6th is second baseman Jake Turr. And in the 7-hole, Blake Carter playing first base. And Nate Webb is a DH. He'll hit 8th. And Charlie Bozeman out in left field, batting 9th. Ryan Sweeney on the mound for the Rhythm. He is getting his 4th start of the year. It's his 10th appearance, which leads Full Count squad pitchers in appearances. He has a 4-0 record and a save in 20 innings. Also struck out 23 batters, a 1.80 ERA. 5'11", 180-pound junior from Franklin, Tennessee, Centennial High School, the son of Ed and Julie Sweeney. Brother to Bryson and grandson of Mimi in Franklin and Nana in College Grove. Stays at the host home with Brent and Pat Elliott when he doesn't go home to Franklin. He will face a lineup of the Paducah Chiefs rolling out there. Gunnar Bingham leading off, playing right field. Noah Wagster bats second and plays second. TK Madera out in center field, hits third. Easton Denning at first base, hitting cleanup. Brett Haas at third, batting 5th. Joey Ruiz, the DH, hits 6th. Braden Baker in shortstop, batting 7th. Hitting 8th is Nate Lang. He'll play left field, and batting 9th, the hind catcher, Jude Farley. On the mound, the right-hander from Murray State, Reese Oakley. The Chiefs coached by Leon Worth. He's assisted by Scott Tucker. Kent Wallace is the pitching coach. Josh Carmen, of course, is in his 4th year with the Full Count Rhythm. He has been the general manager all 5 years of their existence. Kenny Thomas was the first coach for Full Count. Former USC Aiken head coach for 20 years, and for 12 years, the All-State Pioneers head coach. KT now coaching up in the MLB Draft League in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. He's assisted by Jimmy Gamboa, who's the pitching coach, Carson Howard, and Jonah Smithson. Jonah is not with the team currently, as he is helping with a family situation, I understand, with, I believe, his girlfriend. James Dorn, he's listening in on YouTube along with Vanessa, his big sister. Vanessa, I need to know your middle sister's name. I have not asked anybody, but for some reason I keep forgetting. Yesterday I was trying to figure it out and I just couldn't remember. Barbara Ardito is an Anchor Transportation bus driver, but more importantly, she's the wife of Stephen Ardito, who drives the Full Count Rhythm this year. Well, she's listening in on YouTube. Glad to have her, and all those who are watching on Facebook as well who have not sent in a post. You're welcome to, or you can remain anonymous. It's okay. As the public address announcer is announcing the Starting lineups for full count rhythm. My son sending texts out quoting me on the broadcast already. It's not a pretty sight, Dub. There is a lot of sweat coming down here on this body. Maybe I'll lose about 10 pounds. Our umpires for today, I think it's going to be Robert Boone behind the plate. I think that's James Purnell that's to the left there. And Hunter Avery is at first base. I'm guessing. They told me that James Purnell was behind the plate, but I think that is incorrect. I believe James Purnell's the taller. Yeah, the defense is being announced for the Chiefs. Nathan Lang in left field, TK Madera in center, Gunnar Bingham in right, Brett Haas at third, Braden Baker is at shortstop, Noah Wagster at second. Ball State Pioneer Easton Denning down at first base, and Jude Farley is behind the plate. Reese Oakley, Murray State, is on the mound. He'll get his first appearance against the full count rhythm. Full count is lining up in front of their dugout. The Chiefs will line up down the third base line, and we will have the national anthem sung live here at Brooks Stadium and Doc Heidig Field. Of course, we won't be able to carry it, so we'll take a break and be right back.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And somewhere Tim Ferguson is saying, play ball. A duet of gentlemen there singing parts of the national anthem. Always have a first pitch thrown out here at Paducah. It is an all-natural surface at every ballpark in the Ohio Valley League, except in Hendersonville, where it is a artificial infield. We got a lefty on the mound. And their first pitch, nice stop there by Jude Farley. Running out. She does not want to come to him. He's going to go to her. Jonathan Huffam says, let's go, Rhythm. Appreciate the air conditioning that they provide here, though, for the visiting broadcaster. Greg McKeel is the general manager of the Paducah Chiefs, and he's making jokes on the field to the young lady who just threw out the first pitch, indicated that she threw that in the dirt. I sure hope she doesn't get her feelings hurt easily. Lou D'Alessio, John Paul Head, and Devin McCarron to face the right-hander from Murray State. Let's see how many they got from Murray State. There's going to be some movement, though. No question. Gunnar Bingham is at Murray State, but I understand he might be leaving. Somebody told me how to say Eddyville, I believe. No, that was Kevel, Kentucky. Nate Lang from Bellarmine University. I've got that on my notes, thanks to probably somebody in the Nate Lang family. And I think I always got confused about Eddyville or Eddyville. I'm going with Eddyville. It's Eddy. That's what I'm going with. Till I hear different and I write it down. So Gunnar Bingham, Reese Oakley, Braden Baker, and Brevin Scott, a right-handed relief pitcher. The four from Murray State had an excellent year, won the Missouri Valley Conference tournament, and then won the regional. So we are about set for baseball. Getting started a little bit late here. First pitch will roll in almost at 5:40 Central Time. Alessio takes a called strike on the outside corner, and we are underway at 5:39 Central Time. Game time temperature 89 degrees, feels like 99. And Oakley misses low and away. Ball one. Game time temperature brought to you by Stitches by Cindy. They'll be open tomorrow. Take your shirt over there and get a rhythm embroidered R on there. I got 3 shirts I got to take over there. I have to upgrade my summer clothing. Had some accidents and got some dirt on it as that ball's, or actually it's ink on my shirts. Some of that doesn't come out. Eric Lamb. It is Eddie. Right down the road. Eric Lamb has, I think, is that your dad that lives in Princeton? 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter, D'Alessio. Pretty overhand breaking pitch. Had a sharp break to it, but apparently stayed up just a hair, and we have a full count. Ministries full count. Got a hum in my headset. 3-2 is fouled back. Not sure if anybody's who's listening is hearing that hum coming out of my crowd mic. On deck, John Paul Head is reach out and poke to the bullpen, and whoever's down there catching just made a nice stop. Seven innings, game 1. Unless there's a blowout, 10 run after 5 in 7-inning game. Ground ball to the right side, Wagster gloves. Throws on to Denning for out number 1. Alessio 0 for in yesterday's game. 0 for 4. I think he was retired in the last 4 at-bats of the Hoptown game the other day, so he's on a bit of a slow streak now, about 0 for his last 9. John Paul had a hit in yesterday's game. And slides one just over the umpire's head down the first base line, just foul. So he's swinging at the first pitch. John Paul dipping of late, hitting .461 now on my score sheet. 41 hits, includes 8 doubles, 5 home runs, 42 RBIs, leads the league. He's walked 24 times, only struck out 8. 3-time walkover K rate is unheard of. The pitch gets off the tip of the glove of Jude Farley for ball 1. John Paul getting on base at .579. That's cooled off. He was above .600 for a long time. 10 for 12 in stolen bases. He's a complete package outfielder for UAB. Takes pitch low and away. He has gunned down several base runners, including what would have been the winning run at Fulton last time full count was there. Reese Oakley winds and delivers. Catches the outside corner for strike 2. Angled to the right of center field, or right of home plate, the press box. 3 different buildings here, and mine is on the first base side. AAA autoglass foul ball gets into the parking lot. Not sure why people park there, but they do. Scheduled to play each team 8 times for a 40-game schedule. Breaking pitch swung on a missed, and John Paul Head could not stay on the breaking pitch. And cue out here in the first. Devin McCarron, the shortstop, stands in. Devin 2 for 5 in yesterday's game. A couple of hits in his last 2 at-bats. Scored 1 of the 2 runs in the 9th inning after singling. He was wild pitched home. Full count did not have an RBI in the 3 runs that they scored. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. He was swinging fastball, and he got the curve. Vicky Maloney, superfan, she's checking in on Facebook. Fastball on the outside corner, and Oakley gets ahead of McCarron. As the Snapka family has arrived in Mississippi after being up at Hendersonville for the last 5 or 6 days. Enjoyed getting to see my 3 grandchildren, my daughter and my son-in-law. A wave and a miss. And the Rhythm go down weakly in the top of the first inning. A couple of strikeouts and a ground out. We'll go to the bottom of the first and see what Ryan Sweeney's got for the Paducah Chiefs here on this hot Sunday afternoon.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft-serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood multi one's dream come true, the byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property, it's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Welcome back to the Full Count Broadcast Network. We're in Paducah, Kentucky. Game number 28 of the year in the 40-game schedule. Doubleheader scheduled today. And back at home against the Fulton Railroaders tomorrow night, 7:05 game time. Then an off day on Tuesday and another doubleheader on Wednesday. Paula Sims checking in. Let's go FCR. She is a super fan. If anybody's going to be in town here in the next week or two, let me know. I'd love to be able to meet you before a home game at Drakes Creek Park. I know that former player Jackson Benjamin's family, Walter and Robin, I think, are coming in. Gunnar Bingham to lead off for the Chiefs, and the first pitch Sweeney delivers is high and outside for ball one. Ryan, his 10th appearance of the year, his fourth start from Trevecca Nazarene University. He's a Trojan. A lot of them around this squad. Gets that slider in there for a called strike. Bingham, a multi-year player with the Paducah Chiefs. I would say he's probably been with the Chiefs for 4 years. I think out of high school he came. Now I think that's his brother or a cousin that's also on the squad. He's a pitcher, John Bingham. I think he was scheduled to go to Mississippi State. He's from Eddyville. And Sweeney struggling to get the ball over the plate here to Gunnar Bingham, who's playing in his 6th game, hitting .222. Been at Murray State, but I believe he's leaving. I don't know if he's announced that or not as he swings and fouls that one over to the on-deck circle. And we'll have another full count Ministries full count. Each team's leadoff batter seeing a full count pitch. Stay tuned after the game or near the end of the game. We'll have the full count Ministries verse of the game. We're going to have a couple of them today. It's lined out to center field. Lou D'Alessio's on his horse, loses his lid and makes the catch for out number 1. Bingham's bid for an extra base hit ends in the glove of Lou D'Alessio. Now Noah Wagster playing in his 25th game comes to the plate, right-handed batter from Fairfield, Ohio, goes to Earlham College in Indiana. Wagster hitting .260 this year, takes it off-speed pitch low and inside. This is the biggest park in the Ohio Valley League. Fastball high and tight. Not a lot of home runs hit here. Paducah not an especially big home run hitting team. They've only hit 5 all year. There's a little wrinkle in there for a called strike. They don't have anybody who has more than 1. Griffith with 1. Gunnar Bingham has picked up 1 in his first 5. That's a surprise. The question would be, where did he hit that ball? Now count goes 2-2. Let's just see if we can figure that out real quick. Swing and a miss on the ball in the dirt, tagging. Wagster is Simmons, and that's a Safeway strikeout. We're out number 2. And that home run by Gunnar Bingham was at Madisonville. Now TK Madera, the left-handed hitting center fielder, stands in, hitting .327. He's playing in his 28th game. Takes a pitch, maybe high. I can turn my mic up a little bit. How is that? Another high and tight fastball. Using 2 different audio boards, so one might be a little different than the other. There's a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. That works, Miss Paula. TK Madera is from California. Looks at another strike on the outside corner. He has a look back at the umpire. Again, who I believe is Robert Boone. Madera from Palomar College out in California. 2-2 pitch. He was able to hold up on the breaking pitch at the feet, and another full count Ministries full count. Madera, one of the top base stealers in the league. .14 of 17. Fouls the full count pitch off. Ball boy for the Chiefs retrieves that one so that Easton Denning can stay squarely in the on-deck circle. Is that possible to be squarely in the circle? Swinging just gets a piece of that as Madera. TK with 33 hits leads the club. 4 doubles, 2 triples. He also has a home run, 23 RBIs. And a full count pitch, chopper to the right side, coming and gloving quickly is Blake Carter, and he'll step on the base. Nice of that ball to land right by first base so that Carter can field it and step on the bag. Madera runs well, but both teams go down in order in their half of the first inning. And we will go to the second. It gets late early in a 7-inning ball game. We're heading to the second. We'll be right back.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in their relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese back on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Rhythm with a doubleheader today. We'll get to 29 games. I think that is the most by anybody at this point. Madisonville has 29 and will play their 30th today. Paducah and the Rhythm at the same number of games, both playing their 28th game here in game 1. Madisonville visiting Henderson tonight, and Fulton at Hoptown. Hoptown's got about 4 or 5 straight home games. We started off their homestand as Jake Merrick takes a called strike from Reese Oakley, starting off the top of the second. How are the commercials? Are they? I tried to get those where they're turned down a little bit. They're not too extra loud. How has that done? I haven't heard anybody complain since I made the changes there. So Paula Sims, you might end up becoming another assistant to the broadcast if you respond to this. Merrick, strike 2. Jake hitting .375, playing in his 26th game. Got in yesterday's game, did not start. Got in as I'm not sure if it was a defensive replacement. He did go in at first base. Might have been his first time at first base. In for Blake Carter, and got an at-bat. Did not reach the bag, so his consecutive games of being on base streak ended. Ground ball to third. Brett Haas throws across the diamond to retire Merrick for out number 1. Now Trey Simmons will stand in, the new Pellissippi State Panther, transferring from LMU. He's been hot of late, playing in his 20th game, hitting .338. 3 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs. On base at a .452 clip. Takes a called strike. Reese Oakley wearing that outside corner out. Paula says they're okay, and Vicki Maloney, no complaints. Thank you very much. Jake Turr is on deck. Simmons behind the plate. The Rhythm down to 3 catchers now. So Jackson Cothran left the team. So Trey Simmons, Jonathan Stewart, and Landon Ward, who caught last night's game. About the time that guys have been playing all spring, January through May, and then a couple of weeks off, play all of June, and then starts getting into the dog days of July. They're ready to take some time off before they go back to school. It's tough to juggle lineups that way. Simmons grounds one to short. Braden Baker gloves and a sidearm delivery over to Easton Denning. Retires Simmons. 3 ground outs in the first 5 batters that have faced Reese Oakley. Now Jake Turr, it's his first opportunity. Rising sophomore at the University of Tampa. Jake swings at the first pitch. There's the ground ball to Noah Wagster. And he handles that with ease, and quick inning for Reese Oakley. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Still no score here in Paducah, Kentucky.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Four, 5, 6 due up for the Chiefs to face Ryan Sweeney. Ryan, he's looking to go all 7 innings, see if he can take some relief off of the pitching core, as Rhythm have also lost another player who's left after getting 4 innings in yesterday. Evan Beckman has left the squad. Easton Denning stands in from Volunteer State Community College. And it's in the first inning. The first pitch to the first batter goes high and wide. Denning, 6'3", 215-pound rising sophomore from Warren County High School, McMinnville, Tennessee. Son of Terry and Sierra, looking at ball 2. Brother to Ruby, Willa, and Lawson. Pappy and Nani, Papa and Grana are all in McMinnville. Stacy and Gigi are in Dunlap, Tennessee. Easton hitting .297, just dipped below 300 with an 0 for 6 in yesterday's game, playing in his 26th game. Seen him hit a ball a long, long way. And his first home run was in like his only home run of the year was here at Paducah. I didn't see it, but I heard it went a long way. And a 400-foot dead center and 335 down the lines and 375, I think, as he takes a healthy cut there and fouls it off his leg. And a full count Ministries, full count. Led the TCCAA in doubles. At least he did at one point. 22 doubles, 5 home runs. Grounds one into the rhythm dugout, heads up in there. Hopefully they got a fan going inside. Concrete walls, concrete roof. Not any ventilation that I can see in there, either one. And they're in the sun. Full count pitch, swing and a miss on a slider, and another Safeware strikeout. Second of the ball game for Ryan Sweeney. Easton Denning had 61 RBIs this past freshman year at Volunteer State. Hit 344 for the club. Now Brett Haas, the third baseman for the Chiefs, playing in his 25th game, hitting 287. So says Game Changer. I bet that's not right. First pitch he sees is another breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Haas from Northeast Mississippi Community College. He lines one into left field. That's down in front of Bozeman for the first hit of the ball game for either team. First time I get to use my green pencil. Billy Ruiz, new chief. I think he was pretty new when the rhythm rolled in here less than a week ago. He's from San Antonio, Texas. Three Rivers Community College. Takes a healthy cut there at a fastball. Comes up empty. Ruiz playing his 7th game. He's hitting 350. Came in guns a-blazing. Couple of doubles, 3 RBIs. Haas leads off at first. It's an average lead as the fastball misses just outside. HAAS for Mr. Haas. Does not have a stolen base yet this year. Blake Carter holding him on. Off-speed pitch misses up. Folks seeking the shade here in Brooks Stadium. I think there's my buddy sitting down just next to the dugout. Don't remember his name, but I believe he's a retired FBI agent. That's a slider in there for a called strike. Good pitch there by Ryan Sweeney. Met him probably the very first day we ever came here back in 2021, and those were season tickets, and he's wearing the old retired FBI vest that you wear. Yeah, another one, and a Safeware strikeout as Ruiz goes down looking. Second strikeout of the inning, third of the ball game for Ryan Sweeney in his second year at the full count rhythm. That'll bring up Braden Baker from Eagleville High School, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Let's get that strikeout on the board. Baker also playing a bunch here for the Chiefs. 26th game. Looks at a slider inside for ball one, hitting 232. Murray State, but I believe he's in the portal. High and inside. Ryan Sweeney's having trouble locating that fastball. Normally he goes to the slider when that happens. Let's see if he does it right here. Nate Lang is on deck. Baker's a 7-hole hitter. Fred Haas leading off at first with 2 outs, and he goes to the slider, and Baker swings through it. Feel free to post on Facebook. Let me know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. You could be a Chiefs fan. That's okay. I won't tell on you. Another slider in for a called strike, and Sweeney has hustled back into the count. Hard to see that big scoreboard out there that has Brooks Stadium on it. And Doc Heidick, I did not see Doc when I rolled in off the Anchor Transportation bus today. Maybe he's taking the day off. Baker does not bite on the low and outside slider. And another full count ministry, full count. Brett Haas should be on the run with the pitch. Sweeney trying to make Braden Baker leave there swinging. And he will. Slow roller right in front of the mound. Sweeney's going to barehand it. And he throws low to Carter, but he bends the knees and makes the catch for out number 3. Baker taps back to the pitcher. The first hit of the ball game belongs to Brett Haas, but he is stranded. We're through 2. No score. Rhythm been a while since they've scored a run here at Doc Heidick Field. Maybe it'll happen in the top of the 3rd.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
I mean, Suzanne and Scott Hall are not here in Paducah. What is the matter? It's a Sunday. You're everywhere else. They're watching from Farragut all the way over there in East Tennessee. Hopefully, Braylon has found his item that he lost. I have not heard that information. Hoping that he can locate the item he lost, apparently up in Hoptown. Blake Carter leads off. First pitch from Reese Oakley is just a little bit too wide for ball 1. I would fully expect to see Braylon pitching today. Breaking pitch whispers at the outside corner for a called strike. Carter, a Lipscomb Bison, playing his 24th game, hitting .213. Couple of doubles, couple of home runs, 14 RBIs. He smokes one right to Brett Haas, who has that ball nearly take his glove off. We're out number 1, line out, and the first 7 have gone down in the Rhythm lineup. Now the DH, Nate Webb, stands in, incoming freshman to Belmont University from Pope Prep. Webb, a right-handed hitter, plays first base when he's not DHing. Swings and misses. Playing in his 4th game. Got a couple of hits in that first game against Fulton. And has been retired since. I think he's had a sacrifice fly. 6'3", 215 pound. And nearly plunked with that breaking pitch. He's from Hendersonville, Tennessee. Son of Justin and Jennifer, and big brother to Caroline. Baba and Gammy and Mimi all in Gallatin as he takes a called strike. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Webb. Who's going to get the first hit for the full count rhythm? Charlie Bozeman stands squarely in the on deck circle. Blowing away in a full count Ministries full count. Got to push the crybaby buggy again today at Long Hollow Church. Bunch of babies in that 9:30 hour. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch, and Webb's backswing knocks the mask off of Jude Farley, who gives him a dirty look, apparently. Wow. Found it right where he left it. I can't believe somebody didn't snag that for him. Ground ball foul as first pitch swinging. Charlie Bozeman, and best fielding coach in the league, Carson Howard, can't make the play on that. Quick chopper down the third baseline. He's coaching at third. Jimmy Gamboa down at first. Josh Carmen in the dugout as another breaking pitch sails right across the plate. And an 0-2 count quickly as Reese Oakley trying to get 9 up, 9 down in his first appearance against full count. Second start of the year. Tried to step on a fastball there and yanked it glove side. Farley had to use Gumby arm there to snag that one. TK Madera playing dead center field. Little breeze here as Bozeman looks at a called strike 3. He doesn't think so, but pretty good from my vantage point. That is 9 up and 9 down for Reese Oakley. Going to the bottom of the third. Ryan Sweeney's going to have to match Oakley. Let's see if Rhythm can get 1 or 2 late. Maybe some Country Financial Zach Williams Insurance Agency runs. We'll be right back.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Ava Dorn. That makes it easy. Ava Jaggers, Ava Dorn. Vanessa, Ava, and James. I like to know things, Vanessa. Doesn't make me really smarter. I'm not that smart, and I'm surely not the smartest one in my family. My wife is a valedictorian at Hendersonville High School, so she is extra smart. 8, 9, and 1. Due up here in the third inning to face Ryan Sweeney, left-handed hitting Nate Lang. First pitch is not high and outside. It is low and in the dirt for ball 1. Lang 21 games, hitting 121. Had a big hit in that 6-0 victory last time up here in Paducah. Slider catches the plate at the letters. Bellarmine Knight is Nate Lang. Takes a healthy cut, comes up empty. From Kevel, Kentucky. Bellarmine in Louisville, Kentucky. Jacob Rowald from last year's team was Bellarmine Knight. And a Safeware strikeout sets Nate Lang down. 4th strikeout of the ball game for Ryan Sweeney. And he gets a lot on that slider. Jude Farley, the number 9 hole hitter, catcher. There's the big rag in the back pocket. There's the catcher for, I think Hoptown does that quite a lot. Sweeney, first pitch, sails just inside, moves Farley back. Farley, a Vol, a John A. Logan Vol, Community College. Slices one foul into the Rhythm bullpen. John A. Logan, located just outside of, or I guess it's in Marion, Illinois, up where the Thrillville Thrillbillies play at Rent One Park, Mountain Dew Park. One of the top JUCOs, as he puts one a little farther over the bullpen, and this one gets into the parking area. AAA Autoglass foul ball. Count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gunnar Bingham, the leadoff batter, is on deck. The 1-2. Misses high and or outside. Farley playing in his 13th game of the year, hitting .268. Not playing is the DH, Gautier. Grounded to the left side, backhanded by McCarron, and his throw to first keeps Carter on the bag, and Farley is retired 6-3. If you're scoring at home, and if you are, please let me know. Gunnar Bingham led off with a line drive, the hardest hit ball of the game, except for the base hit to left field. But he hit a line drive that Lou D'Alessio ran down in right center field. Left-handed hitting outfielder. Looks at a called strike. Since we didn't play in the OVL last year, I don't know that Gunnar Bingham played for the Chiefs, but I'd bet lunch at McDonald's that he did. He played there he might have played there all 3 of the years that the Rhythm played in the league prior to that. A lot of great AC up here, but there are a lot of little gnats up in the press box as well. Ball's well struck, but it's foul. AAA Autoglass foul ball gets out of the yard. It's a souvenir for a lucky fan. But Sweeney gets ahead. Every time I'd check on Bingham when he was with the Murray State Racers, which is in the Missouri Valley Conference, same conference that my alma mater, Belmont University, is in. He was pinch running. I don't know that he got a lot of at-bats, but he got a lot of opportunity to score runs. Going on recollection, not recent research. 2-2 pitch, 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 3rd. Ground ball to the shortstop. McCarron's going to have to hustle. He charges gloves, throws on the run, and he is getting that play down. Nice play there by Devin McCarron to retire the fleet-footed Gunnar Bingham. And another 1-2-3 inning by Ryan Sweeney, and we are 0s through 3. We're scheduled for 7. Is anybody going to score? See, in the top of the 4th, the full count can get it going.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Jay Myers, there has been some really good shortstop play this year in OVL. I agree with that. Top of the order for Full Count. Still hitless against Reese Oakley. Of course, that's Reese with an S. My Reese Snapkin, we spell that the same way we spell my last name, with a C, R-E-E-C-E. And D'Alessio tried to get out of the way of that inside fastball, but fouls it to the on-deck circle. Right off the end of the bat. Got him a new one. Oh, I mean, he's got in his arsenal. He's got some different colored bats. Amber McCarron says, nice, Devin. D'Alessio shakes his head, says, no, I don't agree with that call. Grounded out to Noah Wagster at second, leading off the ball game. Oakley pitches from the windup and delivers. It's outside. Lou from Red Bank, New Jersey, was at UAB last year, headed to St. Peter's. There is Carson Howard on the one-handed stab. St. Peter's Peacock. 5'9", 165 pounds. He's a redshirt freshman, did not play at UAB this past year. He's a finance major, the son of Lou and Bridget D'Alessio, brother to Ella and Max. Poppy and Dee Dee there in Red Bank. And Lou takes a called strike. And D'Alessio getting a warning there, I think, by our home plate umpire. The Chiefs fan saying, throw him out. That's not very nice. Poppy and Grandma for Lou D'Alessio in Eatontown, New Jersey, as John Paul Head steps in. John Paul also at UAB, and he's staying. Having a fantastic year. Top hitter in the Ohio Valley League, and it's not even close. There's a line drive base hit into center field right in front of TK Madera, and there it is. The first hit of the ball game for the Rhythm. And if you were going to play a base hit card, he would have been a good bet. It's now 1 for 2. He's hitting above 500 for a good portion of the season. He's from Vestavia Hills, the son of Paul and Leanne Head. Big brother to Ryan as Devin McCarron steps in. Karen to duck away from that inside breaking pitch. 6 foot, 205 pound junior as he's heading to Mercer after a year at Chat State. Head does not go, and the breaking pitch lands right across the plate for strike one. Took a couple-year break before restarting his college baseball career at Arkansas State Mid-South a couple of years ago. Outstanding year at Chat State. Can't remember if he was a first teamer or second teamer as he lines one out to the gap in left center field. Nate Lang trying to cut it off, and he will. McCarron will cruise into second base with a dudette double. And the Rhythm have something happening here in the top of the fourth. Back-to-back hits brought to you by Old Hickory Bats. That is McCarron's third double of this short year for him in game number 7. And now the third UAB Blazer is Jimmy Gambeau, the first base coach, is handing off equipment to Steven Ardito, our bus driver, coming out of the dugout. First pitch swinging is Merrick, and he grounds one right to Noah Wagster on the first pitch he sees. For out number 2, as the Chiefs infield was playing in, they knew this is going to be a pitcher's duel. And now with 2 outs, Trey Simmons is going to have to drive one first team. I don't know why I even thought about that, but Devin had a great year. I know he really started out on fire at the beginning of the year, and I said, who is this Devin McEachran guy? And then we played him and found out he pronounces his name McCarron. Simmons looks at a first pitch strike. All right, I don't know who Go Snake is. Jake the Snake is what I'm going with. Popped up to the right side. Easton Denning over. He might have room, and he will, but he drops it right at the fence, and Simmons gets a reprieve down 0-2, just outside of your viewing area, fighting the sun and coming close to the fence. Had it hit right off the heel of his glove and fall to the ground. Trey Simmons, it's another opportunity. Leaving LMU, heading to Pellissippi State in Knoxville. We'll see him as they take on Vol State Pioneers in baseball. They should be visiting Gallatin in the spring. Another 0-2 pitch by Oakley as he steps on one and yanks a glove side. With 1 out, John Paul headlined a single into center field. Devin McCarron sent one into the left center field gap, picked up a double. Runners at second and third. Merrick on the first pitch he saw grounds out to second base on a drawn in infield. There's ground ball to the backhand by Baker, and he throws sidearm over to Denning and retires Simmons for the second time. Rhythm get a couple on, but cannot push any across. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. And we'll move to the bottom of the fourth. A little bit of excitement there, but still no score. So we'll move on. Take a quick break and be right back.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Shall get back to more Full Count Rhythm action on the Full Count Broadcast Network. I still got to get my grandson's little bumpers there over to Zach Williams, who you hear on the commercials. let him do his magic. And instead of hearing that professional guy, we can hear 7-year-old grandson Reese, my 5-year-old grandson Eli doing that exact same thing. Says, now let's get back to my grandpa, Tim Reese, for more full count rhythm action on the Full Count Broadcast Network as Sweeney delivers a fastball into Noah Waxter, who's trying to bunt, but he has to play defense with the bat there. Fouls it off to the right side so it doesn't hit him in the right thigh. Waxter was a strikeout victim in the first. Sweeney pours another fastball. This one rides inside. Struck out 4 in the first 10 batters that he's faced, giving up 1 hit. That was to Brett Haas in the second. Tapper, that will fall back to the backstop. Head coach Josh Carman out of the dugout, getting a little exercise. Fires that one over and nearly hits TK Madera in the on-deck circle. Ground ball to the left side, backhanded by McCarron. He's going to step and throw, but I don't think they're going to get him. Oh, at the last second, the catch is made. I thought Wagster probably beat that one out. The throw was on the outfield side of the bag. Carter with the stretch and the punch out by first base umpire Hunter Avery. Again, a nice play by Devin McCarron. Put that back foot in the ground. Deliver a strong throw over to first base. TK Madera, chopper to the first baseman last time. And the first pitch he sees is grounded to the plate. Madera's been a surprise. Didn't think he was supposed to be as good a hitter as he's turned out to be, hitting .327. Don't think he started off that hot. Have to check to see his last 10 games or so. Ground ball to McCarron. He's going to charge, glove, and throw on to first. And that is 4 straight retired by McCarron. We've determined that Devin McCarron can field a ground ball and he can throw to first base. I'm a Paducah Chiefs fan. I'm saying, hey, let's move on to somebody else. Easton Denning stands in. Strikeout victim to begin the second. Takes ball 1. See his family from time to time as they make the drive up from McMinnville to Gallatin, Tennessee to watch Easton play. He started and played in every game for Vol State as a true freshman. The only player on the team with that distinction. 52 games at 180 official at-bats. Walked 26 times. Only plunked once. Apparently he's quick. He can get out of the way. Swings at a very slow changeup. Could not hold up. I know that head coach Jim McGuire is happy to have him coming back for the 25-26 season. Right around the corner. 1-2 pitch is high. 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 4th inning. Only 3 hits total in the ball game. Denning started out with the number 36 as a Paducah Chief, but his now former teammate at Vol State. He grounds one up the middle, and that will get on through into center field for a base hit. So a 2-out chopper for Denning. Braxton Alexander, his former teammate at Fall State and teammate here at Paducah, who's now left the Chiefs. He's only going to stick around for a month. He originally had the number 44, and Easton said, hey, let's trade. I'm a little bigger than you, Braxton. I need the bigger uniform, so they swapped. And Braxton Alexander took number 36. 44 is a big time number in baseball in my mind. When I was growing up, seemed like all the great players had that number 44. I think we've probably played this game before, but Hank Aaron, maybe the greatest player to ever wear number 44. I'm sure that you folks can think of others wearing the number 44. I've got a couple in mind right now. If anybody wants to play, you can chime in. I don't know that I could tell you a current number 44. Doubt anybody would say Eric Davis of the Cincinnati Reds, but I think he wore number 44. Trey Simmons out just ticking off the Paducah Chiefs fans as he's having a long conversation with Ryan Sweeney, who's gone 2 balls and no strikes to Brett Haas, who singled in the left field. Charlie Bozeman has moved over toward the line. Lou D'Alessio playing straight away in center, as is John Paul Head, and D'Alessio is playing deep. I would suggest that Lou needs to come in a little bit. This is a big ballpark. Swing and a miss is a fantastic visit by Trey Simmons. Haas was anticipating a strike being thrown by Sweeney. Started this inning with 53 pitches. And there's Lou out in right center field, but John Paul Head over, and he makes a leaping catch, keeps his feet. That ball kept coming over toward right field. Lou wasn't going to get there. But John Paul Head, who runs well and fields well out there in right field, just took extra bases away from Haas and the possible lead, as Denning would have been off with the crack of the bat with 2 outs. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner is left aboard. Let's see how. Well, I'll have to pull that up later. I was looking at TK Madera's 2 4-game hitting streak. Oh, he had a pretty decent hitting streak prior to that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 game. For he did not get a hit in game 1 of their doubleheader at Madisonville. Then his now on a 4-game hitting streak. So 14 out of the last 15 games. Wow, and even before that, he's had a really good year, actually. Pretty consistent. Started out around 182 in the first 5 or 6 games, but he has poured it on since then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's got a 9-game hitting streak, 10-game hitting streak, now 4-game hitting streak. We move to the top of the 5th inning. We got a couple of hits against Reese Oakley in the last inning. See if they can get a few more here and push across a run. 6, 7, and 8 due to face him. First pitch delivered right down the can to Turr. He grounded out to the second baseman in his first plate appearance. I think that Hoptown game has finally been completed in Game Changer. So Jake's home run up there should be registered. Swings at a high fastball. Cannot catch up. He was mustered on that swing. Jake, the son of Scott and Danielle Turr, brother to Brody. Staying in the host home of Doug and Rebecca Dorn. Vanessa, Ava, and James. Just got to keep saying it. That's what I got to do. The Dorn triplets. They're not triplets. They're siblings. 2-2 pitch. That is a shot, gets by Braden Baker at shortstop, and Turr has reached. He's rounding hard the bag, but Madera gets it back in quickly. A leadoff knock for Jake Turr. That's the third hit of the ball game for full count. He hit that one well. Jake had 15 games of action for the Division II champion University of Tampa Spartans. 20 at-bats, had 8 hits, hit 400, walked a couple times. All those hits singles. And Blake Carter stands in, lined out to the third baseman. Exit velo, probably about 105. Nearly tore the glove of Brett Haas off at third base. Carson Howard, he's playing pretty deep at the third base coach's box. He didn't want to try to catch that without a glove. Old number 7. Foul ball over the press box. A AAA autoglass foul ball. Carter been with the Rhythm all year long, the son of Clark and Kimberly Carter. And another big brother to a Caroline. That's several, at least 2 younger sisters named Caroline. He's from Knoxville, Tennessee. He lines one out to right field. Gunnar Bingham on the hop and nearly overran it. And another hard hit ball by Blake Carter results in an out. Gunnar Bingham looking right into the sun. Now Nate Webb will get an opportunity. Carter has grandparents in Kingsport, Tennessee, Johnson City, and Elizabethton, Tennessee. Webb struck out in his first plate appearance in the third. Kerr leads off of first, does not go anywhere. First pitch swinging, Webb, and that's it, dumped into left field, coming hard, but not able to make the catch is Nate Lang. As a bleeder, a flare to left field results in runners in first and second. Nate Webb picks up a bloop single. And Kerr is at second base. Timeout is called or asked for. I think now granted as pitching coach Kent Wallace will come out to have a confab with Reese Oakley and the Paducah Chiefs. Let's see if I can get Game Changer to work for me. See how many pitches that Reese Oakley is. There is a right-hander warming in the bullpen. Oakley now at 66 pitches. Just a short little conversation. Second inning in a row that the Rhythm have collected 2 hits in the inning. Now Charlie Bozeman was not happy on the strike 3 call where he went down looking to end the third. He and Lou DeLesio unimpressed with the umpiring. Off-speed pitch misses down in the dirt. Nice stop there by Jude Farley behind the plate to keep the runners at first and second. 1 out, 2 runners on. 9-1 due up. Oakley from the stretch looks back at second. Turr hopping off the bag. Noah Wagster staying pretty close as Bozeman looks at a breaking pitch for a called strike. The 1-1 sidearm delivery. Winks at the outside corner, says Robert Boone. Charlie, 5'10", 190 pounds. He's from Farragut High School. Michael and Emily Bozeman, his parents. Andrew, his brother. Papa and Grandmommy as the runners go, and that is fisted. That's going to be a double play. Braden Baker is going to catch the soft line drive and throw back to second as both runners were on the move, and Charlie Bozeman Soft line out into a double play. 6-4. That retires Turr. And no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner was left on base. And bad luck for the Rhythm on the hit and run. Go to the bottom of the fourth. It's the bottom of the fifth. We're going to. And let's go ahead and keep it here again. See what we got in the old Full Count Rhythm history spotlight today. Lately, just been strolling through my little sheets here and hit on the winning streak since Paducah's on a 10-game winning streak. Of course, Full Count had a 10-game winning streak earlier this year. They've had a 9-game winning streak in the same year in 2023 that they had the 14-gamer. And I think at the time that I had looked that was the longest that I could figure out of all the stats that I could see. So Paducah is bumping up against the longest winning streak in OVL history. Longest losing streak for Full Count in that third season in 2023, a season capped off with a championship win over Henderson, was 2 games. And that only happened 3 times all year long. So 3 2-game losing streaks in a season that ended with a 29-9 regular season record and 35-10 overall record as Full Count in 2023 defeated the Clarksville Whirlybirds 2-0. Went to 3 games against the Paducah Chiefs, but won 2 out of 3 there. And then the first 2 games against the Henderson Flash to get their second straight championship. Full Count back in the OVL here after a year away in the Prospect League and trying to get back in that championship matchup again. This is a 7-inning game with the doubleheader as the first pitch by Ryan Sweeney to Joey Ruiz in for a called strike. Yes, 2 7-inning contests. Still no score here in game 1 as Ruiz has to turn away from that inside breaking pitch. Well, 2 balls and a strike. Oakley now with 70 pitches. Sweeney over the 70 mark, gets a swing and a miss. Got him at 73 on Game Changer. Ruiz struck out looking in the second and thought he was going to do it again there, but apparently just misses outside the Full Count Ministries. Full count. Ruiz, Braden Baker, and Nate Lang due up for the Chiefs here in the bottom of the 5th. Ball 4, there's the first walk of the ball game. Sweeney, who came in with 15 walks in 20 innings, doing a good job of staying around the plate in the first 4 innings, walks the leadoff batter, and that is never good. Braden Baker steps to the plate. Let's wonder if he's going to be squaring around to bunt. Grounded out on a little chopper back to Ryan Sweeney to end the second inning. Paducah with a couple of hits, 1 in the second, 1 in the 4th. Baker does not square and takes a called strike. From Eagleville High School, the Murfreesboro, Rutherford County area, east of Nashville. It's one high out to right field. John Paul Head is under it. It looks like the sun is not going to be a consideration for him, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Nate Lang will come to the plate. Strikeout victim to begin the 3rd. Braylon Hall, I think, down there in the throw over. I think that's Braylon in the bullpen getting ready in case Ryan Sweeney runs into any trouble here in the bottom of the fifth. Ruiz leads off, does not go, and the pitch is a called strike. Runner goes, pitch is taken for a ball, throw down, and the tag is in time, and Joey Ruiz is caught stealing. 2-6. Pitch was down for ball one, but a fake bunt and a steal attempt results in a caught stealing. Good throw there by Trace Simmons for out number 2. And a 1-1 count to Lang with nobody on. Swing and a miss. Oh, apparently they called that other one a strike. I did not see his hand go up. So there's a Safeware strikeout to end the inning. The 5th strikeout of the ball game by Ryan Sweeney. No runs, no hits, no errors as he gets the leadoff walk on a caught stealing. Ruiz, first stolen base attempt results in a CS on the scorecard. We're going to the 6th. 2 innings to go in regulation here. We'll see if Reese Oakley comes out for the top of the 6th. Take a break and be right back. Let's hear from Frosted Luau.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Pitching change for the Chiefs. Connor Myatt, another right-hander from La Center, Kentucky. Attends Wren Lake Community College. Coached by Chris Modelmall. Cameron Andy, Connor Myatt from Wren Lake, as is Josh Gilbert, if he's still on the roster, and Alex Calhoun for Wren Lake Warriors on the Paducah Chiefs roster. Back to the top of the order, Lou D'Alessio looks at a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Lou either not happy that he didn't take a cut at that, or he's not happy with the home plate umpire's strike zone as that ball bounces and blocked by Jude Farley. Great outing by Reese Oakley. 5 innings, 4 hits, no runs, no walks, 5 strikeouts. Myatt gets a call. So second outing of the year by Oakley, and he still has not given up a run. He's now gone 9 innings, given up 8 hits, struck out 11, has not walked a batter or plunked a batter yet. The right-hander out of Murray State. Alessio gave that one a good look, and it landed down low. And well, full count Ministries, full count. He's grounded out and struck out looking. Blue hitting 261. Draws the leadoff walk. Let's see if the Rhythm can do anything with their leadoff walk. John Paul Head stands in, got the party started, broke the ice, getting the first hit of the ball game. Line drive out to center field. It was his 42nd hit of the year. That leads the OVL. Myatt stays away. Coulter Hamilton for yesterday's game for the Madisonville Miners had 34 hits. Runner goes, pitch is called a ball, and the throw from the knees is not in time to get D'Alessio, who picks up a stolen base, his 10th of the year. And a 2-0 count to John Paul Head. D'Alessio now the third Rhythm player to have double-digit steals. Check swing by Head, and pitch is called a ball. They want to check if the first base umpire is in the middle of the diamond right now, and he says no, he did not go. That was close. On deck, Devin McCarron. Rhythm trying to tear the lid off here of this 0-0 ball game. Connor Myatt in relief of Reese Oakley as a 3-0 pitch catches the outside corner. John Paul with a runner in scoring position. He's driven him in. He has 42 hits and 42 RBIs. D'Alessio with a big hop at second. Thought about going, popped up. This might be playable again. Denning over Gunnar Bingham coming in. He's going to make the catch. Tagging is D'Alessio from second, and he moves up to third on the foul out by John Paul Head. And one out. And the go-ahead run at third base. Not what John Paul Head had hoped, but didn't get a good pass on that pitch from Myatt. Coulter Hamilton had one hit in that game yesterday, the 4-3 victory over Full Count, as pitch called a ball, I guess. Infield is in. Line drive, that's going to drop into right center field. D'Alessio tags, and he'll just go ahead and come on home with a Framework Athletics first run of the ball game. Devin McCarron just placed one out there in right center field to drive in D'Alessio. And Full Count leads 1-0. McCarron now 2 for 3. And Jake Merrick steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Trying to start another hitting streak and an on-base streak. Takes a pitch outside for ball one. Merrick, 26 walks. Second in the league. He punches one out to right field, and Bingham, who is playing shallow, comes in and makes a catch for out number 2. He knows this ballpark. He's played here a lot.
Catcher number 31, Trace Simmons.
Eric now 0 for 3. Brings up Trey Simmons, who's 0 for 2. A couple ground outs to shortstop. That leadoff walk came back to bite the Chiefs, where they're able to get the caught stealing, and Paducah unable to get D'Alessio as that pitch fouled at the top of the screen. Karen drove in his 6th run of the year, playing in his 7th game. He now is 9 for 27, so he's hitting .333. That ball gets by the catcher to the backstop. McCarron will move down to second base on the pass ball. Harley just missed it. I don't know what happened there. Lack of concentration or expecting a different pitch. Not sure. Now a runner in scoring position for Simmons. And another ball gets by. This should be a wild pitch this time. One more of those and Rhythm will have a 2-0 lead. That apparently is a cross-up, as Jude Farley's going to go out and have a confab with Connor Myatt. They said that Devin McCarron stole second base. He stole second base as soon as Jude Farley missed the ball and it went to the backstop. That's when he said, hey, I think I'll take second base. Let's see if he stole third, too. Oh, the scorekeeping that I've seen in this league. Unbelievable. I used to try to get the names and numbers of everybody that was the official scorers, and I would talk to them about their scoring questions that I had, as that's AAA autoglass foul ball. Now, I'm not even going to worry about it anymore. 2-2 pitch. Coming up to Trey Simmons with a Zach Williams Country Financial Insurance run down at third base. Zach Williams, former play-by-play broadcaster for Full Count during home games past 4 years, now an insurance salesman for Country Financial in Hendersonville. 2-2, chop to third base coach Carson Howard. Pig makes the grab. From Pack Road, Alabama. 4th year, I believe, with Full Count from University of North Alabama, now in a coaching role. Full Count Ministries, Full Count. Another tapper. Looks like Myatt's been delivering nothing but off-speed pitches to Simmons, who's aching for a fastball. Grounded out to Braden Baker at short, who is playing him a little over in the hole, not playing up the middle like you normally would. And another Full Count pitch. There's a ground ball toward the middle. Slowly hit, glove by Baker, and he'll throw to Easton Denning for the final out. Rhythm can't push across the second out, and Simmons has been retired 3 times by the shortstop, Braden Baker. With the Rhythm take the lead, the Framework Athletics first run of the game scored by Lou D'Alessio and an RBI single by Devin McCarron. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner was left on base. Going to the bottom of the 6th, we'll see if on an RBI single by Devin McCarron. I see him coming out of the dugout. Ryan Sweeney wants to see if he can finish this, I'm sure. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Carter Reese with the Full Count Ministries commercial. He's written a lot of resources for Full Count over the years. Was on full-time staff for a while. Has moved now down to Georgia. John Smithson, the director of missions. He and Amy and their three boys, Jonah, Micah, and Brody. They join with Josh Carmen, the director of Full Count Baseball, and his lovely wife, the queen of Full Count Ministries, Brooke Carmen, one of the hardest working people I've ever seen. And Reed Bailey Glover. Reed is the director of discipleship. Todd Cox, the new director of spiritual growth. He and his wife, Beth. And Adam Spates down in Birmingham area. He and his wife, Charlie, in the ministry for Full Count. And the first pitch from Ryan Sweeney into Jude Farley for a called strike. If anybody's watching on Game Changer, as there's a ground ball to McCarron, he boots it. It came up and took a hop he wasn't expecting, and that's what you get on this dirt and grass infield at times. You get one that takes a hop you're not expecting. Let's see if Ryan Sweeney can pitch around the unfortunate error first of the ball game. Karen has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chances. That was the 6th as Gunnar Bingham stands in. And he takes a called strike on a breaking pitch outside. Eric Lamb, wild pitches and pass balls should be the easiest things to score. Ball in the dirt. That's exactly right. Eric, if you look at Game Changer, you'll see that they didn't even move McCarron over to third as Sweeney throws over to first. But Jude Farley, he's not going anywhere. He's back in. And I don't know if the official score is just not paying attention or eating a cheeseburger. I'm not really sure what's going on. But, I mean, there's no chance that was a stolen base. Swing and a miss, and Sweeney gets ahead of Bingham, who's 0 for 2. For them looking for a ground ball right to Devin McCarron so he can make up. Grab it, either flip it to Tur or take it himself. Runner at first does not go, and I got to ask Ryan what that pitch is. It's not, doesn't look like that little slider or splitter. Maybe that's what that is comes in straight and then moves away from the left-handed batter, almost like a backup breaking pitch. Harris put the tying run on, and now Sweeney's gone 2-2 to Bingham. As the Chiefs are at the top of their order. At Hoptown, the official scorer sits in the dugout, and you can't see pass balls and wild pitches very well. That's strike 3, and a Safeware strikeout retires Bingham as he just took a pitch. It looked like it was right down Broadway. He's now 0 for 3. And a big out right there is now Noah Wagster stands in. 6th strikeout of the ball game by Ryan Sweeney. Trying to get his 5th win of the year. He's now at 87 pitches. Simmons on one knee behind the plate, and he's going to throw down to first. Blake Carter snags that before it goes down the right field line. That wouldn't be good. And now we're going to get a pinch runner. Farley, the potential tying run, is going to be lifted John Bingham is going to be the pinch runner for Jude Farley. He will not go behind the plate. I've not seen Bingham on the mound. He's a pitcher. Right down the middle for ball 2. Apparently, maybe a little high. Is there a Broadway in Paducah? A right down Broadway in the middle of the plate Broadway? That's a question from Jay Myers on Facebook. Nice stop there by Simmons to keep the ball in front. And Sweeney's now gone 3-0. Maybe Wagster's taking his shin guard off. He's just readjusting. I thought he thought it was ball 4. TK Madera started to walk up to the plate, but not sure what happened there. Don't know that I fully understand the question, Jay, unless you're talking about is there not a right down Broadway in the middle of the plate? I would have thought that was it. Waxer 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out. Well, apparently I had missed a strike in there. Either that or it's taken 5 balls to put Wagster on. Scoreboard's still showing 3-0 as well, so everybody's confused. It's a broken bat. Foul ball as he hits it right off the end of the bat. Now Full Count Ministries, full count. And he'll have to get a new stick. Josh Carmen saunters over to get the foul ball. He's going to take it out of play as apparently it has maybe a tear in it. Probably autograph that and give that to youngster walking by. Just kidding, he won't. He's got a new stick. I don't know that they are sponsored by Old Hickory Bats like the Full Count Rhythm are. Chad Lamberth and the crew at Old Hickory Bats. They make big boy bats. Full Count Ministries, full count pitch. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt and another Safeware strikeout. Sets down Wagster back-to-back strikeouts with John Bingham on first. That brings up TK Madera, who's 0 for 2. Couple of ground outs. He is a guy that you just don't want to see hit the ball in the dirt. He runs well. You want to see him hit a ball up in the air. Lou D'Alessio playing deep again in center field. First pitch misses wide. John Paul Head playing reasonable, I think, in right field. D'Alessio, guessing, is trying to cut off anything in the gap, but it's 400 feet out there. It's hard to see the 5'9" Lou D'Alessio in center. Sweeney misses wide again, and he's gotten behind several hitters here. He's now at the mid-90s mark in pitches. I would think that TK Madera would be the last batter he'll face. Braylon Hall getting loose. Madera started to go, holds up, but the pitch is called a strike. Okay, Jay, I was reading there with you. Your remark just came so quick from when I had talked about being right down Broadway for ball 2. I wasn't sure that's what you were talking about. Big swing and a miss there by Madera, and Sweeney has jumped back into the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. About to throw his 98th pitch. Bingham, who is still at first base. I would have thought he would have been off as that ball is in the dirt, blocked by Simmons, and Bingham stays. And if you end up getting Bingham thrown out, TK Madera then leads off the 7th, and that's not a bad thing. Full Count Ministries, full count will have Bingham off with the pitch. is now Blake Carter playing back at first base. Don't want to walk Madera with Easton Denning on deck. Long pause and a ground ball slowly hit. Turr is going to charge bare hand and throw to first. Blake Carter gets stepped on, apparently. He comes up, grabbing his foot, but Turr, I'm not sure that he needed to bare hand there, but he did, and throws over to Carter to preserve the lead. The error by McCarron does not come back to bite the rhythm, and we're going to the seventh. Looking for some Country Financial. Zach Williams Insurance Agency Insurance Runs. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Top of the seventh we go. This is the final inning of Game 1. Game 2 will start approximately 30 minutes after the conclusion of this contest. Rhythm lead 1-0. The new catcher in for the Chiefs, Tyler Humphrey, taking the place of Jude Farley, who was pinch run for by John Bingham. Humphrey from Bradley University, from Washington, Illinois. Bradley University in the Missouri Valley Conference. 6, 7, and 8 to face Connor Myatt. Hey, we're not going to the middle. We're still in the top of the seventh inning. Rhythm trying to get some Zach Williams Insurance Agency insurance runs, and that is off the glove, and the throw by Braden Baker over to Easton Denning gets by Denning. Turr reaches on what I would assume is going to be an error. Did that ball go into the Rhythm dugout and come back out? Not sure. But Turr reaches. See how they roll that. Blake Carter stands in. Don't know that they'd ask him to bunt. He is not squaring and first pitch swinging. Skies one out to right center field. TK Madera cruises over by Gunnar Bingham and makes the catch. 2 pitches, 1 out, 1 on. And they give Turr a single on that, so I'm not going to argue. His Turr now has 2 hits. It was a pretty well struck ball, but I thought right at the third baseman, Brett Haas. Now Nate Webb steps in. He dumped a single in front of the left fielder, and he swings at the first pitch. That's 3 batters, 3 first pitch swing, and a pop out. Something I don't think I ever did in my college career. 3 years of playing baseball. Probably 120 games. Didn't play a ton of games. Never swung at the first pitch. Charlie Bozeman, let's see what he does. He swings at the first pitch. This guy's one to left field. That's deep. Bozeman thinks he's got it, and he has lit the yard. Charlie Bozeman with a high fly ball that just gets out of Brooks Stadium down the left field line. Tell you, when Charlie hits him, he thinks he knows when he gets it. There are some Country Financial Zach Williams insurance runs right there by Charlie Bozeman, and the Rhythm lead 3-0. Zach Williams, good job with the call on the insurance run specialty sponsor. Now Lou D'Alessio, the top of the order. Bozeman's second home run of the year. RBI 7 and 8. Tapper foul at the plate by D'Alessio. He's looking for his first hit of the ball game. 0 for 2 with a walk and scored the Framework Athletics first run of the game. Where we park our cars and get on the Anchor Transportation bus and meet Stephen Ardito, our bus driver. Gets us to away games safely. There's a line drive base hit. Lou is on the board with a base knock. Sharply hit single to left. 3 hits in the inning. Don't see anybody warming in the Chief bullpen. John Paul Head 1 for 3. Not a whole lot of pitches have been thrown here in the 7th, but 5 batters have come to the plate, and 3 have delivered singles. D'Alessio, he's wanting to go. He had a jump, but just hesitated as John Paul Head takes a called strike. D'Alessio stole second ahead of Devin McCarron's RBI single in the 6th. Lori Gettelfinger checks it, says, let's go Rhythm. And D'Alessio off. Line drive out to right field with 2 outs. That's going to fall in front of the diving Gunnar Bingham. John Paul Head rounds first, but he's going to hold up as the throw comes into Denning. Runners at the corners with 2 outs, and back-to-back-to-back hits brought to you by Old Hickory Steel Press Bats. Good job by D'Alessio to not stop, remembering that there were 2 outs. John Paul's now 2 for 4. Now Devin McCarron is 2 for 3. Get an attempt for a 3-hit ball game, and time is called as we'll have a mound visit. Rhythm 2 runs in the inning. Jake Turr with an infield single off the glove or body of third baseman Brett Haas. Then 2 quick outs on 2 pitches. Blake Carter flies out to center field. Nate Webb pops out to the second baseman, but a couple of pitches into the Charlie Bozeman at bat, and he sends one out of here down the left field line. 3:35 as it looks like we're going to have a call to the bullpen for the Chiefs. We'll take a quick break. Tell you about the new pitcher when we return right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Got a lefty out of the Paducah Chiefs bullpen. It is Caden Nichols from Kaskaskia Community College. He's from Effingham, Illinois. He will come in with runners at the corners with 2 outs. 2 runs already in for Full Count on the 2-run home run by Charlie Bozeman. 7th inning in the game 1 of a doubleheader. Rhythm trying to end the Paducah Chiefs' 10-game winning streak. Trying to get game 1 of the doubleheader here and then see about game 2. Full Count lost yesterday to the Madisonville Miners. 4-3. Eating bugs in his press box. It's amazing how many are here. I need to light some kind of a bug candle or something when I come in here to Paducah. Don't want to complain too much because the air conditioning is spot on. A game that started with a game time temperature of 89 feels like of 99. I'm sure it has gone down now. Let's do a quick check of the weather. As Devin McCarron stands in. First pitch misses. John Paul Head. He wants to take off. There's no question about that. 82 feels like 88. Foul back. Aaron struck out in the first to end the first and then doubled, but was stranded at second base. Well, John Paul was stranded at third in the fourth inning, but then drove in the Framework Athletics first run of the game with a single in the sixth. Batting here for the second time in 2 innings. Pops this one up on the right side. Over is Noah Wagster behind the first base position and makes the catch for out number 3. The Rhythm get a couple of Country Financial Zach Williams insurance runs on 4 hits in the inning. Now 9 in the ball game for the Rhythm. No errors and 2 runners left on base. Going to the bottom of the 7th. It's the bottom of the 9th typically. And Braylon Hall out to see if he can pick up the save and get the 20th win of the year for Full Count in their 28th game. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Hendersonville Firefighters Association called the bullpen for the Rhythm. Braylon Hall out to try to nail this one down. Braylon out of Farragut High School, 6'2", 170 pounds, plays at Lee University. He's a Flame. Son of Scott and Suzanne Hall, who are listening from Farragut, Tennessee. Has a Nana in Lenoir City. He's going to face 4, 5, and 6. And first pitch swinging, Easton Denning pops one down to left field. Charlie Bozeman handles that one with ease for out number 1. 1 pitch. Say it with me. 1 out. Braylon Hall is on for his 8th appearance of the year, all in relief. 14 innings, has given up 13 hits, 6 runs. 4 of those are earned. Walked 6, struck out 8. Has plunked 7 batters. So Bolo, as we say in law enforcement, be on the lookout. Brett Haas grounds one slowly to third baseman. Jake Merrick throws low, and Blake Carter can't dig it out. Brett Haas will drop the anchor there at first base with a, see if, I would assume that is a base hit. I think they might have shown error already. He had to charge that. Throw on the run. Let's see what they did. They showed an E5. Second error for the Rhythm. Now Joey Ruiz stands in. 1 out, 1 on. Let's get him on base. And the first pitch by Hall in there for a called strike. How about a game-ending doodad double play? That'd be nice. Ruiz 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Hall delivers a pitch that whispers at the outside corner for a strike 2. Chiefs fan not real happy about that call. Rhythm do not have a ground ball double play in a while. Did soft line drive into a double play today. Runners were going on what would probably be considered a hit and run. Charlie Bozeman, a soft line drive to their shortstop, who threw to second base. Get the runner who was standing at third base. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Throw over to first. 75 of you watching on YouTube tonight, this Sunday afternoon. And almost 20 on Facebook. Bumping it up. Want to go ahead and subscribe as AAA Autoglass foul balls. Everybody on the top of the bleachers look out to see if a windshield gets busted up. AAA Autoglass, they operate in Kentucky, Tennessee, Texas, Louisiana, New York, the Carolinas, Alabama, Georgia. Just called Dylan Doris up. He'll be right out. Hall. The ground ball to third. Merrick is going to go to second base, and his throw gets by Turr into right field. John Paul Head charges. His throw to the bag is blocked by Merrick. So errant throw by Jake to second base, not handled by Turr, and Paducah now with the tying run coming to the plate. I would assume surely that's a fielder's choice and an error. So fielder's choice puts Ruiz on, and Haas moves to third on an E5. So second error of the inning by Jake Merrick puts runners at first and third, and Jimmy Gamboa will have a meeting. Aunt Posh and Uncle Louie watching from Farragut, rooting on for Braylon, who's pitched into some tough luck right here. First play was a slow roller to Merrick at third. He had to throw on the run, and his throw was short to Carter. Then this one was a ground ball down the third base line. And it's not an easy throw to a running second baseman trying to come and make the catch at second. And Merrick threw sidearm, and his throw down in the dirt. Turr could not stop to try to make at least keep the ball in front of him there at second base. It rolled into right field. John Paul Head's throw was late to third base. But they do keep the runner at first. That's Joey Ruiz, who does not run that well, but Braden Baker, who runs well. The shortstop is at the plate as the tying run. Full count. Not worrying so much about the shutout. Want to get the win here. And the first pitch poured in right down the middle for ball 1. Maybe a hair high. A frog hair, as my neighbor Renee would say. Or her husband. Foul ball off the screen as Baker not taken till he gets a strike. He wants to hop on a fastball from Braylon Hall if he can. And again, full count at double play depth. Karen at short and Turr at second base. Ruiz leads off, popped up, and that'll get into the parking lot for another AAA Autoglass foul ball, and Hall gets ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, runners at the corners on via 2 errors. Rhythm trying to face the final batter here in Braden Baker, leaving Murray State, heading, and Braylon Hall plunks Baker. And that loads the bases with Nate Lang coming to the plate. Now, to be fair, I think that one of the 7 hit batters on Braylon Hall's sheet there was actually not. I think it was actually ball 4. But wherever we were that night, they put down a hit by pitch. But it's still a free batter or free base runner. Now the bases are loaded. Not a hit in the inning except for the hit by pitch to Braden Baker. Nate Lang, couple of strikeouts here. And he takes a pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. On deck, catcher Tyler Humphrey. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Braylon trying to give Lang the hat trick of strikeouts. Ooh, that was close. Tried to just kind of brush up against that outside corner, maybe in the river, maybe in the right-handed batter's box. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and a foul tip into the glove of Trace Simmons, who hangs on, and a Safeware strikeout. As the Chiefs now down to their final out, and Nate Lang does get the hat trick of strikeouts. That's the first strikeout of the game for Hall, who's trying to get the save. He does not have a save, a 2.57 ERA, and he's going to face Tyler Humphrey, who's getting his first at-bat. Just misses outside for ball 1. Rhythm have a 6-0 shutout earlier this year. Looking to get their second shutout. Now Hall's gone 2-0. Top of the lineup, Gunnar Bingham in the on-deck circle. Rhythm don't want to get there. See what kind of statistical accomplishments Humphrey has. Playing in only his 9th game. See if he's swinging here. He is not. And Trace Simmons thought about throwing down to first base, but Blake Carter not getting the signal, but there's a called strike. I don't know that that's a play I'm a fan of right there. Let him take chances. Ground ball to McCarron. He's going to flip to Turr, and this one belongs to the Rhythm. Rhythm get the victory as they get the force out as Humphrey grounds into the fielder's choice. And in a game that takes right at 2 hours to complete. Full count at the shutout victory, 3-0, as Ryan Sweeney goes to 5-0 on the season. Losing pitcher is Connor Myatt. He falls to 3-3. And the save, his first of the year, to Braylon Hall. Rhythm now 20-8 on the season, and as they stop the winning streak at 10 games for Paducah, who strand the bases loaded. No runs in the inning, no hits, 2 errors, 3 runners left aboard. Final score 3-0, full count. Game 2 will begin in about 30 minutes. And we will get to the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game, and it's Ryan Sweeney. 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. He moves to 5-0 on the season. And a great job by Braylon Hall to pitch around those couple of errors. Struck out a batter and did plunk one. Faced 6 in the bottom of the 7th and gets his first save of the year. 3 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for full count. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Paducah Chiefs. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game, Ryan Sweeney. Now our Full Count Ministries verse of the game. We're going to stay in James chapter 1 till I run out of verses. There's another great set of verses in chapter 1 in verse 16 and 17 that says, "Do not be deceived. Every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of the heavenly lights, who does not change like shifting shadows." James 1, 16 through 17 is our Full Count Ministry verse of the game. The Rhythm get it done. They hang in there. Got a couple of Zach Williams Insurance Agency insurance runs there in the top of the 7th inning. No scoring until the top of the 6th. A run driven in by Devin McCarron as he gets the GW RBI. Drives in Lou DeLessio, who would walk to lead off the inning. And then Charlie Bozeman goes 1 for 3 in the ball game, and that one is a big fly, a home run, his second of the year. He's 1 for 3 with 2 runs batted in. Rhythm didn't get any runs batted in at their 3 runs they scored against Madisonville last night, but they got 3 in game 1. And we'll be back in approximately 20 minutes, hopefully, with the start of game 2. It's been my pleasure to bring you more Full Count Rhythm action here in game 1. They get it done, their 20th win of the year. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back with game 2 against the Paducah Chiefs. For John Smithson, the Director of Ministry of Full Count, and Josh Carmen, the General Manager and Head Coach of the Full Count Rhythm, this is Tim Reese saying God bless you, and thank you for watching another edition of Full Count Rhythm Baseball right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
This has been another Full Count Rhythm Baseball game presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We'll see you next time right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.